Hi, hello, and welcome back to another episode of Breakaway. I was almost whispering. Oh, because Waldo was asleep in Ryan's room on the floor like he always was when he was a baby. Look at that face. It is Saturday, and Ryan is still in bed, and she's having a rough morning because, reminder, her dad doesn't have a coffee machine. She's a caffeine addict, so that has not been going well. Anyway, Rhodes is actually out and about in Copperdale right now. He's going for a little morning jog. He wanted to get some energy out. Oh, look at these people. Hi, who are you? You're an elder. I thought you were a teenager for a second. Anyway, he's out for a morning jog. Is this really already happening to me? And I just wanted to kind of talk about Rhodes for a little bit because he went out for a morning jog just to kind of run off some anxiety about being here with Ryan and her dad, meeting her dad for the first time, and just all of the overwhelming feelings that have popped up, if you will, since he's been here, and just, graduating university, everything, and of course the anxiety surrounding hearing about this tryout, which, while he was out on his jog, he got a phone call with a follow-up email that he made the team. He made the team. Now he is ecstatic. He got a spot. He got a spot on the national team. Everything will kick off in spring. So let's just take a pause here really quickly and look at the calendar because we're right at the tail end of summer, which means that we've got all of fall and all of winter to get through before everything kicks off. So what I'm thinking of doing now, there's a few ways we could do this. We can kind of get a little bit creative. I think the easiest way to do this would just be to have Rhodes technically join the athlete career, I believe it is, the first day of spring. It just makes the most sense, you know what I mean, to kind of replicate this because we don't have, a soccer career per se or anything like this. It says he hates fitness. I feel like that's a load of nonsense, by the way. Anyway, so he made the team. He's ecstatic, but he's also so nervous. Oh, I need to stop looking at things while I'm trying to explain something. He wants to express his devotion to a beloved sim. He wants to express his devotion to Ryan. Oh, just put a pin in that too. Right. So he's also really nervous though because he got this so early in the day and he's really hoping that he goes back to Ryan's house and that she's awake and that she got the same call. Do you know what I mean? And the same call and the same follow-up email because, again, they didn't know how many spaces were on this team. They have no idea. All he knows is that he made it and he's so ecstatic. He's so excited to tell his mom when they go to San Sequoia tomorrow. But he's really nervous about going back to the house now because he's like, oh my God, I hope she got a spot too. If she didn't, we'll be fine. We'll kind of get through it. But he knows how hard she worked for this as well. And they don't compete with one another anymore. You know what I mean? They support one another at this point. They're each other's cheerleaders. So he's going to be devastated if she also didn't make the team. And they're going to have to kind of work through that because he's going to be living the dream that she wants. So we'll see. So Rose got back and Ryan was awake. She's with her dad. They're watching the sports channel right now. They were getting really heated about a game that was on. But Ryan did not bring up anything about any kind of email or phone call. Nothing. So Rhodes was like, I can't. He just couldn't do it. He was nervous. He was so nervous. He's like, I don't think I can bring it up yet. He doesn't want to soil the whole weekend too, because remember, they're about to go to his mom's house tomorrow. And granted, he wants to tell his mom what's going on. He doesn't want to completely ruin how wonderful this weekend has been for the two of them in meeting her dad, everything going really swimmingly. Him and Arturo have gotten along so freaking well. And Arturo and him had their little, if you want to call it chat. And Arturo was just just treat my daughter right. We're not going to have any problems. That kind of thing. I told you he wasn't going to go all protector on her or anything like that. And he didn't, but he really was just she's never brought anybody home before. I know this is a really big deal. And you seem like a really nice guy. And you've really shown her that she's safe, right? And that's what's really important, especially to Arturo, that she's safe physically, emotionally, psychologically, all of those things. And that's all that matters. And Ryan does not mind showing affection in front of her father. It's cute. She's like, I know I don't mind, but you don't have to go out of your way to do it. And he's like, oh, I'm always going to go out of my way to touch you. I don't care. But the rest of the day is going to be pretty chill. They don't have any plans. They're just going to kind of hang out together, talk, bond a little bit, and then they're going to... Oh, Ryan, okay. And then they're going to go to San Sequoia too. Oh my God, how cute are you? How cute are both of you? Arturo's just like, oh, right, this is a little weird. It's a little weird to see this, but that's fine. Glad they're happy. Also, I think Rhodes is actually going to repair the dishwasher because he noticed that it was broken. And he wants to embrace Ryan. He is like all about her right now. He's so flirty. He's so flirty, and so is she. Also, don't forget she still has this wand. So that's something that we're going to have to grapple with at some point. Oh, that's so in sync. Look at you two, just waiting for your drinks. All right, remember last episode I mentioned? So this was built by Chrissy YT. This is Cafe and Library for Copperdale. It's perfect. We got some beautiful tables outside. It is a beautiful, warm, sunny day here in Copperdale, which thrills me. And this library is super cute and I love it. And she did a great job. There's like a little kids area over here. You got all your computers and bookshelves, you got a chess table. There's some more places over here. And then you've got this little teeny weeny cafe right here, which is just perfect. Now I did hire a barista because when you do have a library, obviously a barista does not just automatically show up, which is such a devastation in my opinion. Oh, baby Rhodes, why do you keep doing this autonomously, you sweet angel? Actually, he had a want. Oh, it went away. And then his pinned one went away too. Oh, bummer. He had a previous want that he wanted to embrace her. So you know what? We're going to actually just do that because I'm going to pretend it's still there. Okay. And that's just while they're waiting for their drinks as well, which is really nice. So they're going to get some coffees. Arturo decided to take Waldo out for like a little walk and kind of chill out. Whose is this? Whose is this? Cafe Latte. Oh, that was Ryan's, but she can't pick it up? Why can't she pick it up? Oh, that must have been that MC, what's it called? That MC error that I just... Do I have to do this all over again? No, I don't want to do this all over again. I gotta wait again. Fine, let's do a Cafe Latte again. Hopefully MC Command Center doesn't log another error, and then we'll have Rhodes also order his again, and we'll just check back in a second. Well, it was terrible to try to get coffee. Didn't really work out for us at all. So we decided to kind of hang out outside the cafe/library and chit chat, and Rhodes is so nervous. I feel like I'm focusing him on a lot more right now in this episode because it's really important, okay? Enthused about being handy? Because he likes handiness that much? Are you kidding? Oh, sweet baby. I think he's just like, Ryan, baby. He's just, I can't even talk. He's just like, Ryan, baby, you know how important you are to me, right? And she's like, yeah, why does this sound like the beginning of a breakup? And he's like, can you shut up for 1 second? Like, can you just be quiet? And he's like, I can't even tell you how much I treasure you. And I know the future's really unpredictable right now, but I needed to tell you that I got a call with an email as a follow-up to let me know that I got a spot on the national team. And even though Ryan is wearing this just like doe-eyed expression because she absolutely adores this man, right? Like she has fallen so hard for him at this point. I think the news is a little bit shocking to her. I don't know. Again, she's absolutely infatuated by this man right now and his devotion and just his tenderness and everything. But she's like, oh my God, Rose, like, I'm so happy for you. That's amazing. I'm so proud of you. Why didn't you tell me when you first got back from your run? And he just says, I was scared. She's like, that's my job to be scared. What the hell's wrong with you? And he just laughs and he just says, no, like I was just scared because I don't know what it means for us, and I know that we can work through it. I don't want you to resent me if this doesn't become like your reality too. And he's like, and I'm so hoping it does. Like, it's all I want. It's literally all I want. You were the first thing I thought about when I got that call in the first place, right? But I don't want this to come between us, right? Because it's something that they really haven't talked about that much. Remember, they've kind of just tiptoed around it. It's kind of what they do until push comes to shove. And Ryan's like, I'm not going to resent you. I can't lie and say that I'm so hopeful that it happens for me, but I'm so happy for you and I can't wait to learn more about it. And I can't wait to meet your mom tomorrow, and I can't wait for you to tell her because I'm sure she's going to be super proud of you. And I worry, but I think they're going to be just fine. Hi, did you guys know about this little gazebo off the pier near the bigger pier over here. There's a lot of rhyming going on there. A lot of repetition of rhyming. I knew about it. It's really, really, really cute. I like it a lot. But Rhodes and Ryan came out here because they were just going to kind of enjoy the evening a little bit more. So basically what they did is they were all the way, they were like, hold on. This might get a little nuts, right? So we're at the pier, which technically, well, what side? It seems like it's so far away from everything. Oh, look, a boat. It seems like it's so far away from everything else. But what I'm trying to say is they basically like went on a super long hike around Copperdale. Ryan showed him all of downtown this time because yesterday they didn't really get a chance to do that just because they were with her dad and everything. And they went to like this really nice park. They went to go look at, I don't know if you guys ever saw this. I'll try to remember to put an image on screen. But there's this just like precariously perched boulder on top of another boulder in Copperdale. They went over there and checked that out. Apparently it's like, it's like a, what's it called? A landmark in Copperdale. I need to come up with a name for it or something. I don't know if there is one already, but I want to make up my own. And then they decided to come here as evening kind of drew in closer. And I don't know, she's worried. She's really worried. And this is kind of where her fear is kicking in again, right? She's not necessarily fearing that Rhodes is going to reject her in maybe like the standard sense, if that makes sense. Like he's not going to just be like, no, I reject you because I don't like you type thing. But she's worried that now that they're finally in this position where they're being tested, right? Rhodes could be moving across the sim world for this team and Ryan might not be going with him. And she has no idea what comes after that. Like if she doesn't get on this team, what does that mean for her job? Where is she going to settle down? You know, she's only in her apartment. I'm going to say oh gosh, I was going to say for the end of the summer, but like this is the end of the summer. I think when she goes back to Britechester, she's going to have to move out. And she was thinking of staying with her dad for a little bit just to kind of figure out what came next. Because Piper is staying in Britechester. I don't really know what Becca's up to, but she doesn't have the option of, you know, getting a roommate or anything like that with, you know, any of her friends. And the only other option right now, with the unknown of her making the team or not, is to like follow Rhodes to wherever he goes. And I know that I had asked you all kind of where maybe the headquarters of the Sim National team would be. And a lot of you had said San Sequoia, and I agreed. Like San Sequoia or Del Sol Valley. I think San Sequoia would be perfect. And it's actually where Rhodes is from. So it's him going home, you know? And I think as wild as this might sound, Ryan is also looking at seeing San Sequoia, meeting his mom and everything. She's kind of going to be scoping it out a little bit. Like she has no idea, you know, they just kind of confess that they're falling for one another. They haven't even said the 3 big words, you know, and she's absolutely not jumping to this spot of, I want to move in with him. I'll follow him wherever he goes type deal. Ryan is still a very independent person, but she's also never been in love with somebody. And she doesn't really know how this all works. All she knows is that she wants to be where he is. And even though she doesn't realize that he obviously feels the same way, to the point that he would absolutely be willing to ask her to move in with him and come with him, he doesn't want to kind of like impose on the independence that he knows she has upheld her entire life. You know what I mean? She's a very strong, independent, guarded person, and he doesn't want to come off too strong in that sense. So yet again, these two are tiptoeing around one another's feelings, like not wanting, oh, hello? Not wanting to like drag the other one down or feel like they're forcing the other person to give something up for them. Does that make sense? You know what I mean? And it's really difficult because it's just because they care about each other so much. Like, they just do. But they're not really having the conversation that they need to have. And maybe it's because it's not really the right time to do it. Like, Ryan's future's kind of uncertain. Rhodes is like, I'm 110% going to take this position on the team. Like, he knows where he's going, but he has no idea if Ryan's going to be coming with him and in what capacity. So we'll see. I found this spot in Copperdale. I'm exploring Copperdale, it feels like, for the very first time. All right. This is so beautiful. There's just like rolling hills of boulders and these beautiful blue flowers. And if I get rid of the depth effect, like look at the little fireflies and all of the trees. Like it's so It's so beautiful. And Ryan and Rhodes came out here to stargaze. They were just kind of finishing their lap. I'm going to say that they went on kind of like a hike around some of the nature trails around Copperdale. Because unfortunately, you can't actually hike. You can only do like those walks and stuff in San Sequoia, or you can do the path hikes in Mount Como and stuff, but there's nothing like that here. So I think they went for like a little hike, and then Rhodes just like tugged her to the ground and was like, come here. She just asked, what are we doing? Why are we on the ground? He's like, come on, look at the stars with me. And that's what they're doing. And I just think it's really romantic and really sweet. And I have no additional commentary. But this site right here, like, this is what's brought me so much freaking joy. And I just keep taking screenshots because I can't help it. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. This is like a hidden gem. And I know you might not be able to hear it really well, but the ambiance of just like the crickets at night. This is a very, very peaceful scene. And look, they're like drenched in moonlight right now. Oh, the babies. Oh, I love them. The time has come to say goodbye to her dad. That was actually really sweet. He was genuinely saying goodbye. But he's just like, I'm going to miss you so much, sweetie. Let me know when you get to San Sequoia safe. And let me know what you're kind of doing from there. Because we've got to get you out of that apartment soon, right? She's like, yeah, Dad, I'll let you know. I'll keep you posted. Like, she has no idea what to do at this point because she still, as of this morning, she still hasn't heard anything from the team, and she's starting to actually freak out a little bit. And she's trying to hide it from her dad because she doesn't want to disappoint him. She knows that his hopes are really high, and she feels like if she doesn't make it, like, she doesn't want her dad to think it reflects on him, even though it absolutely does not. It's really just her insecurities coming out. And I don't know, she's also really excited to meet Rhodes' mom, and Rhodes was really happy to meet Arturo. He's just like, sweetie, I'm going to miss you so much. And she's like, I'll see you soon, Dad, don't worry. And then he's going to say goodbye to Rhodes too. Look, he's going to give him a nice little hug. And look, Ryan's like, oh, thank God my dad, I'm going to take a screenshot. Like, thank God my dad loves this guy, because I love this guy. And I feel like actually that's kind of the first time she's really said it in her head, using those 3 words. She's like, damn it, I love him. Like, I do. It's really sweet. All right. Well, we're going to go teleport off to San Sequoia to meet Rhodes' mom. We have arrived in San Sequoia at Rhodes' childhood home. This is another house I built. I'm actually playing in some of the builds that I've done, which is kind of crazy. I don't usually do that, but here we are. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. This is where Rhodes grew up. It's very homey. It's very sweet. Did I get rid of the high chair? No, I did not. I forgot. But this is Liana. I'm sure there are a few different pronunciations. I'm going to call her Liana, actually. I think that's how I'm going to pronounce her name. This is Rhodes' mom. Yeah, she's really pretty. I really, really like her, actually. I think she's really sweet. We're going to have Rhodes go in here and give his mom a nice big hug and a kiss because he missed his mom. I'm not going to say mama's boy in a derogatory sense here, okay? He is totally a mama's boy. Like, absolutely. His mom is his entire world, and she's just like, Rhodesy, oh my God, it's so good to see you, baby. And he's like, hey, mama, what's going on? How are you? Look at that. You know what? It's been wonderful to spend time with you. We've made some great memories. I'm sure we'll make many more. Literally the second he gets home and he gets a sentiment with his mom. It's so sweet. All right, we're going to have Ryan introduce herself as well. We're going to do just a friendly introduction. We don't have to go nuts with it. I guess she's going to take a seat at the piano instead of getting up. That is not the greeting I wanted at all. That is not it. But Liana's just like, Ryan, I have heard so much about you from Rhodesy. And she's like, Rhodesy, huh? He's like, Mom, please, come on. And Ryan's like, what? You got to embarrass me in front of my dad, and I'm going to embarrass you in front of your mom. And his mom just laughs. She's like, well, I see you've found your match, Rhodesy. And he's like, yeah, I definitely freaking did. Also, look, ask for blessing to marry? That never even showed up for Rhodes and Arturo. Look, I don't know. Okay, I don't know. But they're just going to make a little bit of small talk, and then I think she's going to give her a quick tour of the home as well. She's just like, Ms. O'Brien, you look so wonderful, by the way. I love your boots and everything. I love your skirt. You look so nice. And she's like, oh, honey, you are so sweet. You are a beautiful, beautiful young woman. And we're so happy to have you here. What is this? Oh, Her mom is a snoop. Look, they just like bring out the binoculars out of nowhere. Are you kidding me right now? And why is Rhodes all grumpy? Is he okay? Whatever, his mom's a snoop. Let's actually just pop upstairs real quick too. Look at Rhodes's room. It's really small. Now, when I originally built this house, it was a nursery for an infant, and it was difficult to get all the stuff in there at the time. Getting a double bed in here was really difficult. There's like no other activities aside from just the bed and then his two little dressers over here. And this is his mom's room over here as well. I thought it was a really nice build. I'm actually really proud of this one. I am going to just turn auto lights on for mom so things aren't consistently on. That seems like a little much. And it's not even noon, but I think they're immediately going to go out and kind of walk around San Sequoia. No rest here. Liana is so excited to have her son home, and she's just like, oh my gosh, we have to show Ryan here all over San Sequoia and everything. She has to see all of the places you grew up, Rhodesy. It'll be so nice. And Ryan is just having a blast with it, and Rose is just like, for the love of God, like, why? But Ryan's like, actually, do you want to see, like, we were just with my dad at home, and like, here's my dog, and they're just bonding immediately. And I feel like because Ryan was so nervous about meeting Rhodes's mom in like the best way, she is just, I don't know, she's just immediately bonding with her. And I also think it's because even though they've only been here, let's say even for a couple of hours at this point, like time flies with The Sims, but she's seen a lot of like where Rhodes kind of gets his personality. And again, being in the space where the person you really care about grew up, being around the people that helped create who they are today makes a really big difference in how you that was no. Rhodes, why right in front of your mom? Why? Her mom's just like, oh, Rhodesy, come on, let the girl breathe, you know? let the girl breathe. Also, I don't know, his mom just got like a sentiment, fear of being cheated on. You don't even, there's no romantic relationships. What are you talking about? This game confuses the heck out of me. She's bad. All right, everything's going to chaos. Let's go walk around San Sequoia. I don't know. All right, well, we're here. We're in like, we'll just say like downtown San Sequoia, right? And they are going to go for just a little walk around the lake. Liana's like, over there is where Rhodesy like fell into the lake one time when he was a toddler. I don't know. I'm just trying to think of some silly like childhood story. She's like, yeah, he used to, oh my gosh, he used to love the water. He used to be really into swimming. He always wanted to like own a boat, like all this stuff. And she's like, really? He was really that into like water sports and like the beach and stuff like that. And he's just like, yeah, well, then I discovered soccer and I found a new love type thing, right? Liana's like, oh, come on, Rhodesy. You know, you love being in San Sequoia too because it's just near the ocean. It's beautiful. It's whatever. And she's like, yeah, you know, there's a really nice, we're really close to like the ocean and Copperdale and stuff too. And Rhodes is like, yeah, it was really nice, Mom. You should probably check it out sometime if you've never been. Yeah. Cool chats, everybody. Why is she sad? I'm so irritated. I don't know what's going on with her. I don't know why she's tense. I don't know why it said that Ryan was just upset as well from like, whatever, this game is throwing me for a loop, but they are enjoying their nice little walk. It's a beautiful sunshiny day too. I may have used UI cheats to actually ensure that it was, because it was overcast and cloudy when I first had them teleport here. But Ryan, again, is kind of scoping out this place because she knows it's the headquarters for the national team. Rhodes did not immediately come out and tell his mom. I think he's going to tell her at like dinner tonight or something like that. Maybe they're going to go out for a nice dinner, celebrate that he's back with meeting Ryan and everything. And Ryan is just like, wow, like San Sequoia really is beautiful. Like it's so different from Copperdale. It really is like a large city. There seems to be so much to do here. It's so much different than like Britechester and stuff too. It's just, that was it. That was the walk around the lake. Are you guys serious? And Mom's gonna go play in the water? Can we not? Can we not do that? Can we all just kind of like hang out actually instead? Yeah, he's gonna kiss her really quick because he's just like, hey, you having a good time, baby? And she's like, I love it here. Like, this is so nice. It's like, yeah, well, I hope that you get to experience it and be here in some capacity with me. And she's like, wait, what? And he's like, well, you know, the team, I hope you hear by this afternoon or something like that. And she's like, oh, right, of course, yeah, obviously. Look at this man. She was like, hey, let me get a picture of you. And he's like, wait, just me? Not like the two of us? And she's like, no, just you, Rhodes. I want a picture of you where you grew up. And he's like, so like not at my house? She's like, can you just pose, you idiot? Look at this man. I do love him though. Please, if you just heard my throat make a sound, just ignore it. I can't cope. This is pretty much how he feels about asking to get his picture taken, actually. No, that's not it. That's not it. Oh, he's just like, Ryan, my sweet baby girl. Like, okay, I'm done. But I think that he's also going to, I had to fix the lag there. I think he's going to take a quick picture with his mom too. She's like, come on, Mom, we got to get a picture real quick. We are at this very sleek eco restaurant built by Simlicy. Fun fact. I'm going to tell you my woes again as we flip through this menu and I order them food. Also ignore the transparency issues. It's just my reshade or G-shade, whatever you want to call it. It's a preset. Okay. So I went and placed down another restaurant and I put it down down near the water, right? And it was really beautiful. I was very, very much excited about it. And unfortunately, what ended up happening is actually, do I want her to have? No, I want her to have an iced coffee. That's more like her. And I think Mom's gonna have a BT. So yeah, I placed it down there, but apparently it kept crashing. My Sims couldn't travel there. They got lost in limbo. I had to actually revive an old save because I back up this save all the time to be able to get this to work. I was devastated. So thankfully it seemed like it might've just been that lot downloaded from the gallery. I'm really not sure, but I have been having so many issues with trying to download things from the gallery and actually having them be able to be placed. I don't know what it is. It's probably a save file thing more than it is a a lot issue, but it does only seem to be certain lots, and it's in every single one of my saves at this point. There's no rhyme or reason. It's really frustrating. Anyway, they decided to come down here. We still have a nice view of the docks, which is really nice. Down here in San Sequoia, it's beautiful and sunny. Did I cheat the weather a little bit? Yes, I did, because I really wanted it to not be rainy and garbagey. But this is really nice. Leanna has been absolutely the sweetest angel that Ryan has ever met in her entire life. She absolutely loved Rhodes' mom, and kind of how he saw her really be herself, I suppose, more herself around her family and where she grew up. She's seeing the same thing now with Rhodes. And I may have mentioned that when they were back at the house, but sorry, not now, Spencer. We're busy. But yeah, she's seeing that a lot more with Rhodes, and she's seeing kind of where this nurturing nature comes of his as well. His mom is a nurturer through and through, and she passed those qualities along to her son. He's even though I've mentioned that he's more of a dominant person, maybe in a romantic relationship, it really comes from just confidence in who he is and knowing what he wants, right? But also, he is very caring and he's very considerate of other people, and he really wants to make sure that other people are comfortable and happy and that their needs are met, even sometimes at the sake of his own needs being met. And that's something that Ryan is starting to understand about Rhodes, and it's something that she really admires because she struggles to do that sometimes because she's, oh God, that was so unnecessary. Because of her fear of rejection, she's always nervous about kind of vocalizing her own needs, because if they're left unmet, she'll be disappointed, and she doesn't want to resent people, but she also pushes people away before they can get too close. She has a very complex thing going on. She's learning how to kind of move past it. Rhodes is kind of teaching her a lot, but they're just having a lovely little dinner. The sun is going to be setting very soon. Look, there's a cute little sailboat out there. Oh, wait. No, that's not what I wanted. I was trying to be dramatic. Look at that cute little sailboat out there. Very nice. Thank you so much for standing right in front of my shot. The Sims have an impeccable ability to do what are you? Oh, man. This game. I don't even know. Who are you? Who are you? Rin Okada. Sure. sure, whatever. Anyway, Leanna's just like, so Rhodesy, like how has everything been? You know, what are your plans now? We haven't talked about what your plans are now that you've graduated. He's like, well, I already told Ryan, Ma, but I got a spot on the national team. She's like, oh, Rhodesy, I'm so proud of you. That's so exciting. I knew you could do it. Like, oh, like just cheering and everything. Like, she's so excited about it. And Ryan is just like, yeah, he deserves it. Like, I'm so proud of him, et cetera, et cetera. And she's like, did you, Rhodes told me that you play soccer too. Is that something that you went out for? And she's like, yeah, and maybe I'll find out soon. Well, we'll see. I haven't heard anything yet. And because I think Leanna is just too nice, she's just like, oh, honey, I'm sure you will, but there's this look of just not horror, but of just like, oh God, are we going to be disappointed? Oh, please don't fall. Anyway, we're also going to get a cake to celebrate. I want to do we'll get a cheesecake. It's 95 simoleons. Good God. We're going to get a cheesecake to celebrate Rhodes getting on the team, though. I think that'll be kind of nice. And then we'll just catch up with them a little bit later. Rhodes woke Ryan up in the middle of the night. Again, they're just like acting like teenagers. It's my heart is just going to burst. He woke her up in the middle of the night. He's literally shirtless. It's at least warm, but it's still fall. Ryan's in her PJs. She's like, what the hell, man? Like, what are you doing? And he's like, come on, we're going to go see old Stumpy. She's like, old what? Old Stumpy, I said. We're going to go take a picture. He's like, look, I want to do some touristy things with just you and not my mom. And we're going to go see old Stumpy, you gorgeous, gorgeous idiot. Like, he didn't really say that, but he's just like, come on, we're going to go see old Stumpy. I'm going to go take your picture, but I want these to just be for me, like, that's kind of a nice one right in front of old Stumpy like that. Not my favorite. No, the eyes are a little bugged out there. But she's like, why do you do these things? Like, you continue to surprise me. Like, this is just absolutely ridiculous. And he's like, I gotta keep you on your toes somehow, Ramos. So what do you think of old Stumpy? You know what I mean? What do you think? There's actually a mood buff, I believe, that pops up here, or a motion buff. It might be chopped down, but old Stumpy is still an apt reminder of how grand nature can be. I explored that, I think, in my Growing Together LP a while ago, a long time ago. When I say a while ago, I mean like a really long time ago at this point. But but yeah, I think he's actually going to take this moment too to express being courageous and talk about life achievements as well. That's from Wicked Whims, by the way. This is another reason why I have that mod in my game. I want to say that's probably part of Wonderful Whims as well, but I'm not 100% sure. But basically, it's essentially another like personality trait, if you will, and your Sims develop them based on their interactions with others and what they do. So Rhodes has the hero trait. Hero Sims are eager to demonstrate the courage to prove their worth and confidence. Subsequently, they might end up appearing arrogant by looking for faults in others to feel good about themselves or pick fights. So I don't think that Rhodes necessarily does it to boost his own ego. But remember, Ryan's perception of Rhodes when she first met him was that he was kind of arrogant and like really confident and kind of cocky. That is so spot on. I'm actually shocked because I can't, you can assign these traits, but I didn't do that. I didn't assign these traits. I just allowed them to develop over time. So Ryan actually has two of them. She has Jester and she also has Sage. So I think that's interesting because she can be kind of goofy, even though she's a little bit more of a black cat, if you will, but she's really goofy around Rhodes. And then the Sage one, they seek wisdom and focus on finding the truth in every situation. However, their knowledge-seeking nature might cause them to think too much and not act enough. I think that's also accurate, but in a little bit of a different way. And I'll explain that a little bit maybe for Ryan, is she's guarded, right? She doesn't always act on her feelings because she doesn't want those feelings to be known. She likes to keep those feelings under wraps, right? Like she doesn't want people to be clued in on them because then people can use those to their advantage, right? She doesn't want to be vulnerable in that way. So that's kind of how I see it, at least with her. That's actually amazing. I genuinely didn't think that those traits would actually be spot on, but they really were. I'm surprised. And he's just like, hey, come here. We're out here at night all alone. He's like, come here. No, wait, no. Apparently he's going to joke around with her instead. Yes, Ryan does like jokes because of her jester personality trait. That's so funny. No, I just wanted them to do a long kiss. Look how dark it just got. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. They better get back in the house. It's not like they're going to get in trouble, but if his mom wakes up and they're not there, like she's going to be worried about them. You know what I mean? And he's just like, oh my God. He's like, I just cannot get enough of you. And she's like, can we, if we get back to the house early enough before your mom gets up, can we like do something? And he's like, Ramos, he's like, I don't want to do anything under your roof. Why do you want to do something under my roof? She's like, I don't know. Leave me alone. Please. They stuck out in the middle of the night. I didn't know that they could actually woohoo in a leaf pile. Are you kidding me? I didn't know this. Oh my God. Wait, his face first off, but that is, I didn't know they could actually woohoo in leaf piles. Why have I never done this before? Why is that actually so great? Get down with your bad selves. Rhodes is in his childhood home kitchen just making some breakfast. He promised Ryan some eggs and toast this morning. You know, get some protein in, get them amped for the day. It's already like 10:30 in the morning on Monday. I said they were only going to be here for the weekend. They stayed a little bit longer because last night, even though they had their little excursion, they were up a little bit late with Rhodes' mom and just kind of chit-chatting. And she's actually still in bed because it was so late for all of them. And Rhodes is about to light the freaking house on fire, I swear. But Ryan did actually learn a little bit more about Rhodes' dad as well. Now, we know that Ryan's mom is not in her life. I did not anticipate that she had passed on or anything like that, but that she had just chosen not to be a part of Ryan's life. And that was something that always bothered Ryan, but over time, she just kind of accepted the fact that it was just her and her dad, though, of course, I think the root of her abandonment issues, I think they stem from, you know, her mom choosing to essentially abandon her and her father, right? It's a big deal. Now, Rhodes' dad did the same thing, but a little bit worse. He essentially went off and had a whole other family, but he didn't do it just after abandoning Rhodes and his mom. He did it like he was living a double life. The man had 2 families at once, and Rhodes was the one to discover it. And him and Ryan had this really long heart-to-heart talk about it afterwards, which is another reason why they were up so freaking late and they have kind of a late start today. Rhodes is feeling unburdened for the first time in a really, really long time. And Ryan was just like, her heart just broke for this man because he's such a positive force in everyone's lives, and he's done so well, and he's such a good person. Like, he's such a good partner as well, and it's kind of given Ryan this encouragement to, I want to say, face her own insecurities and her own abandonment issues, because Rhodes could have ended up exactly the same, except that he just went a different direction. And that's what's kind of amazing about people with very similar circumstances, right? Is there's no designated path that you're going to be following because of your circumstances. Rhodes ended up turning that on its head, and just with his personality, his upbringing, all of these little instances throughout his life, he was able to say, nope, I'm showing up for the people I love. I'm going to show them that I'm dedicated to them. Oh, hi, Mom. Good morning. Oh, she's doing our dishes. What a mom move. Like, what a mom move that is. But, yeah, he kind of took it in this different direction, and he chose to be really vulnerable and try to keep people close and try to make them be the best versions of themselves as well. No, don't kick the soccer ball with his mom, please. Whereas, unfortunately, I say unfortunately just because it's brought harm, like Ryan's brought harm to herself doing something like this. Like, she's kept people at bay, and that's caused her mental and emotional stress, you know what I mean? And unfortunately for Ryan, it turned into these deep-rooted abandonment issues and keeping people at arm's length. So it's just, I think it's very interesting, just the duality between the two of them. I love that word, by the way, duality. Also, juxtaposition is a great word if we're just talking about words that we like. But yeah, I just wanted to unload all of that, because that's essentially what happened, and I think it brought them so much closer. Now, before that they leave, they're actually going to go to one more spot, because Rose wanted to show Ryan this yesterday, but they kind of just ran out of time. So before they head back to Britechester, they're going to go see the soccer field where Rose played all of his games and practiced and all this fun stuff. And I thought that would be kind of nice. Like, they each got to see where the other honed their craft. You know what I mean? And here we are. Isn't this so cute? It is on the 40 by 20 lot in San Sequoia. Now, this was built by SimLin Plays. I will hopefully put that on screen for you as well. But it doesn't actually include custom content when you look it up on the gallery. I just have this custom content, oh wait, no, I don't. No, I don't. I didn't add it. Look at me. But I did have those, what are they called? The custom content soccer nets. I just didn't end up putting them here, which is completely fine. But yeah, look at this cute little soccer field. I think it's so nice. It's really cute if you wanted to do a gameplay with, like a kid's soccer team or something. I feel like that could be really cute for some storytelling. But Rhodes decided to take Ryan here and just be like, this is where all the magic happened. He's like, it's not as big of a facility as you had at like your high school and stuff, but San Sequoia, you know, there's some nice public parks and things like that. And she's just like, are you kidding? Like, it's perfect. Like, it's just perfect. This is so cute. And I could just see you as little Rhodes practicing soccer here. And he's like, yeah, little Rhodes, right? But again, it's just kind of seeing these two discover new parts of one another in such a different, like a differently intimate way. Because they started out with friends with benefits, you know, it was all lust and physical. And granted, of course, they're very much attracted to one another. They're really growing to admire one another in really significant ways. And getting to know each other a lot more. So I just thought it was really sweet that they came here to play a little bit of soccer. And I kind of want to explore. We do have the splash pad. I mean, it is warm today. It's fall, but it's warm. Like, do we want to... Are we about to go to the splash park? Is that what we're about to do? I feel like we're about to go to the splash park. I was going to be like, oh, let's go for another walk around the gardens or something. And maybe we will. But again, they have to get back to Britechester this evening. I think Rhodes is going to end up staying at Ryan's apartment because remember, she has to kind of pack up because she's going to be moving. She doesn't really know when yet. She's probably got like a week to figure that out. And she still hasn't heard anything about the tryouts. Okay. She hasn't heard anything at all. Piper and Becca were calling her and they're like, hey, did you hear anything? Like Rhodes told the group chat or whatever that he was like good to go. And she's like, no, I haven't heard anything yet. Like, I'm getting really nervous about it, especially because like my lease is up for my apartment in like a week and I don't know where I'm headed. And Rhodes has to go back to like San Sequoia. So cute. They're kind of like glitching into each other, but it's also really cute at the same time. Like, that's really cute. He's like, what the hell? And she's like, I love this here. This is great. They're not cold. So yeah, this is working out great. Actually, I'm just going to take a screenshot, but everybody's asking Ryan, like, what's going on? And she's trying to grapple with, like, these really strong feelings that she's now developed for Rhodes and the fact that her future is uncertain and all this stuff. And Rhodes, on the other hand, is also feeling really unsettled with all of it. But again, I think they're just trying to push all that off to an extent and just enjoy their time while they're here as well. And Ryan's been scoping out San Sequoia and she's like, I could see myself being here. Like, I don't know if he'd want me here, but I would love to be here, you know? This is just funny to me because Ryan got a phone call. She stepped out from under the water and Rhodes is over here just like playing with this splash ball. He's a big man child. I adore it. But Ryan actually just got a call from her dad, so I wanted to take a pause and talk about that because her dad also is calling, being like, hey, honey, like, have you heard anything yet? How is San Sequoia? And she's like, Dad, it's really nice. How is she on the phone with him and he's angrily over here? This game, I have to make him go away. Like, I can't. Why do I try? We are back home at Ryan's apartment. They teleported successfully. They're both a little exhausted. It is like mid-afternoon-ish. And this is the new coffee maker with the Cozy Bistro kit, the Bistro something kit, that kit that we just got. Y'all know what I'm talking about, that one. I thought you'd be able to make specialty drinks with it, but it literally is just a coffee pot, and that's actually devastating to me. Rhodes is here. His facial hair is growing out again, which we're going to need to remedy a little bit. But he's actually watching the romance channel. He's feeling very flirty right now. Yes, he is. But they are just kind of settling back in, relaxing a bit, and Ryan's taking inventory of all the things that she needs to pack. Now, during their wait, what are they doing? Are you about to have like a little kissy kiss? Are you guys about to kiss and you didn't have room inside to do that? Oh, frick. It doesn't get old. When they autonomously just show each other affection like this, it just, to me, shows how far they've come since they started their little stupid friends with benefits situation that we all knew was a lie. It just brings me so much joy to actually see them just openly care for one another like this. But anyway, what I was trying to say, let's have them watch like sitcoms or something. I don't know. I just watch sitcom channel. Just go watch it. Sure, you can sit at the table. Rhodes can sit wherever. Anyway, Ryan did get a call when they were teleporting back from San Sequoia. And Rhodes kept bugging her, being like, who is it? Like, what was it? And she didn't tell him right away because she got really, really nervous and then really, really inexplicably excited to the point that she just kind of clammed up. She got a spot on the team too. She finally heard. It was delayed. They like sincerely apologized. They were just saying, we're so sorry we didn't let you know earlier. We really had to just finalize all of the slots. The communication went out later than we wanted to. We hope we didn't worry you, but we would really like to see you join the team for the new season in the spring. So they have until the spring. So it's, I feel like I just dropped a bomb and it feels anticlimactic, but I really hope it doesn't, because to me it doesn't. Okay, let's take a look. Let's take a look at this. Okay, I just want to, I'm really excited. So it's fall right now. It's the beginning of fall. We have all of fall, all of winter. And what I think I'm going to do, if I can find the icon, because let me tell you how long it took me to find this freaking icon here to make that holiday. The very first day of spring is technically Bunny Day. So maybe what they'll do is they'll start on like Monday. Let me see if this works. I want to create a holiday, but it's not going to be anything official. It's more of just a reminder to myself on the calendar. Also, if you're wondering, it's amazing. It's an amazing mod. I feel like this is another mod showcase. All I've done is talk about like features from random mods that I have in my game. So this is basically like the more holiday icons. It's a very simple mod. It might even be considered like CC for all I know, or both. I have no idea. But you can see we have a plethora of icons to choose from, and it's really fun because a lot of these inspire me to create different holidays. Like I have some basics in my mind, but these kind of bring a level of inspiration. Like this would be great for being like, oh my gosh, wait, why don't we do like a family reunion or something? This could be like a gym date with a friend. Just, you could have Grimm. I don't know. I have no idea. There's a cow plant. There's just like all these random icons that have been extracted from the game. Oh, this is perfect. I just came across this. Okay, so let's just say first day on national team. National T. Darn it. Let's do this. Let's do that. First day, national team. Right. It's not going to be a day off work or school. There's going to be no decoration theme. And again, I'm just doing this as a reminder to myself that this is when I want that job, quote unquote, to begin. Now, we might have some options here. So she's got to tell Rhodes. She's got to tell Rhodes about this, but maybe she's going to have some friends over a little bit later tonight to kind of tell everybody. Anyway, okay, I'm getting really excited. Maybe what we can do is, the logical route that we could take is we could have both of them just join the athletic career and pretend like they're on a soccer team. But it's so random when you actually join that career, like the different tiers. It's not all centered around one sport. I don't, it's a bit odd. I haven't done it in a long time, so it may work, it may not. I have no idea, but we could do that. Or I could look for like a mod or CC that literally makes them a professional soccer player. I'm going to kind of have a peruse on the interwebs and see what I can find. That could be kind of fun. But in the interim, Ryan has to have a job. Like, she needs cash flow. She's not doing poorly, and she doesn't want to stay in Britechester when everybody for the most part is left. I think Piper's going to be here, but she doesn't want to stay in Britechester, so she's either going home or finding a new place. And with her acceptance on the team, her not even having told Rhodes yet, like during their teleportation, she's nervous because once she tells him, she has this very odd complex, right? She's like, I hope that he would ask me to move in with him, right? That's kind of her first thought. And yet at the same time, she's like, if I tell him that I made the team and he doesn't ask me to move in with him, I'm going to be devastated. And I don't know how to handle that yet. So I'm just going to postpone telling him. Like, she's so nervous. And I love how she's gone from like, I don't like you to I hope he asked me to move in with him. It's just the joy. Anyway, that is actually where I think we're going to leave this episode, because I feel like this is a super long one. I don't know, but I hope you all enjoyed this. I cannot wait to hear your thoughts, and I will catch you next time I post a video, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.
When me some